Okay, so thankfully that's me. Just arrived up the hill road and it is lovely and clear. You can see, hopefully, I don't know, lovely Orion behind me. Really, really nice. I think we're just at the top of the mist and stuff because it's slightly bit hazy. It's just slightly, but there is a bright moon in the sky as well. Not a bright moon, well, it's about 70% illuminated moon and it's just about setting. It's going to set in the next 20 minutes. So hopefully when that goes behind the horizon, it's lovely and dark. But yeah, it's pretty damn dark. And yeah, let's just head to the loch and capture Orion, which is really high in the sky. Probably for the first time this year, properly hunting Orion. Beautiful. It's -6 up here, so it's pretty nippy. So that's me all set up, looking south. The pontoon's looking absolutely lovely. There's a lot of frost up here as well, so the foreground's quite white, so that'll make, you know, the foreground stand out a wee bit more. So it's absolutely gorgeous up here. Look how amazing Orion looks right south. And yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how this image is going to be. So I'll take this picture, play about around this pontoon, and then head round to the other side and capture Orion as it's setting down in the west. Fantastic night. I always keep my batteries in my down jacket pocket just to keep them warm. Sony batteries are terrible in the cold, so I never kind of leave them in the camera too long just because they get cold. So if I'm not shooting, I'll always put my batteries back in my pocket. There we go. Right. So I'll show you just my walkthrough of taking a picture. So all I'll do, 14mm, f1.4. All I'll do is crank up the ISO so I can see the live view, and I can kind of see Orion in the foreground in my live view. So that's pretty good. I want a wee bit more of Orion, so I'll probably have to do a panorama. So I'll probably have to do a foreground and then tilt up a wee bit and get the sky, just because it's quite a tall image. So this will be a panorama. So I'm going to do 20 seconds, f1.4, ISO 3200. I'll start there. Manually focus on the stars just from the live view, which I'm quite thankful for. I know a lot of people struggle with, what do you call it, focusing in the dark, but thankfully with the Sony A7S you can pretty much see the stars through the live view. So focus on the stars and make sure everything's solid. Auto white balance, 2 second shutter speed, focus to infinity at all times, turn off the light, see what this looks like, and then adjust according to this. I think the moon's pretty much set in the past few minutes there. You can definitely see a bit, it's a wee bit darker. Wow. Although it's like -6, I can't really notice anything. Wow, look at that for a foreground. As I said, it's kind of like white as well, just with loads of frost. So it's a wee bit crooked horizontally. So all I'll do is position my legs a wee bit better. That's a bit too much. It's all about mucking about with the, there we go, level, and try that again. So always look at my images and zoom in, make sure everything's sharp and focused, nothing trailing. So I've noticed with this lens, if I go over 25 seconds, it seems to give a wee star trail, even though it's 14mm. Definitely 20 seconds is the good exposure for this lens. Take another image, make sure this is fine. And then what I'll do as well, because it's Orion and obviously Jupiter's up there, I'm going to try and make them stand out a wee bit by using the Alan Wallace Starglow filter. And that'll just make the constellations pop a wee bit more. Perfect, so it's a wee bit too overexposed just because the sky's a wee bit white, a wee bit too light, so I'll just go down to ISO 2500. So it's all about adjusting, so there's no one setting for astrophotography, you just have to kind of adjust to the light conditions, light pollution, moon phase. Beautiful. Let's see what this looks like. Sirius as well is looking really bright over this, but it's positioned perfectly over the loch, and I think the loch's frozen. Yeah, the loch's frozen, so the reflection should be nice. Perfect. Happy with that. I'll just shoot about for this for the next 10-15 minutes, and then we'll head to a new location. So how I use the Starglow filter, I make sure I'm just kind of hovering the filter over the sky sort of part of it. So I'm kind of covering my breath so my breath doesn't go over the lens. But yeah, I make sure the foreground's not affected by the Starglow filter, but the sky gets the glow filter. So I just kind of hover it over the sky part of the lens, and it seems to work pretty well. Do another one. So just on the way to the other side of the loch, I came across this sort of view. It's a wee bit misty, but it kind of works as, you know, my camera is looking down this road and there's trees either side of it. Nice misty foreground, and then obviously Orion in the sky above. But it just looks really cool, and I've put myself like on the road. So it's a very misty, scary, spooky foreground with a nice road and little trees either side leading up to the sky, and it looks awesome. So I've put it into like a portrait as well, and it looks really cool. So very happy with this. Just literally on the road on the way to the other side of the loch. Hopefully this mist clears a wee bit, but it's kind of adding to some amazing misty night photography. We went to the other side of that loch, but unfortunately it kind of just clouded over and just got very misty, and the composition that I thought would line up with Orion just didn't quite line up with Orion. Orion was a wee bit off to the side of the foreground, so it didn't really work. So got back in the van, travelled back down to that creepy church that I did in the other video, and yeah, I'm just going to wait for Orion to set pretty much in the west because the church is looking west. So I'll capture that church picture again with Orion setting. So I'm just at the location now, at the church. It was only about 10 minutes down the road. The van registered -8 degrees, so yeah, pretty nippy out there. But yeah, I'll just wait in the van for maybe about an hour before Orion's in position and capture this awesome little foreground. So, good night so far. Okay, so it's about 4 o'clock in the morning now. Orion has just gone behind the church as planned, so I'm just about to shoot it. It is absolutely freezing. As I said, it's about -8, -9 just now, so really cold. Because we're only a few days, we're at the 11th of December, and the Gemini's meteor shower is in a few days, about 13th, 14th, 15th. There is loads of shooting stars just now, and they're definitely picking up as we come into the early hours in the morning, like most meteor showers do. So definitely, yeah, hopefully I'll try and capture some on camera whizzing behind me. But yeah, the past few hours there's been loads zooming about the night sky, which is really cool. So I'm going to shoot this, pretty much everything like last time, just shooting towards the graveyard in the church, and then Orion is right behind it. So looking really cool, but yeah, absolutely Baltic, and still a bit creepy here. Wow, this location is absolutely stunning. The foreground just illuminates itself because it's frosty as well. Like everywhere here, the foreground's kind of nice and white, so it's just and this lens as well, it's just literally like photographing in the daylight. It just brings everything to light. So I'm hoping that I've captured a few meteors behind me. And another good thing is as well, because it's about 3-4 o'clock in the morning, the light that the house had last time when I was here, because that was only about 8 o'clock at night, because it's 3 o'clock in the morning, they've turned all the lights off, they've gone to bed, so there's no light casting onto the church, which is awesome. So you can't get a better location than this just now. Oh, my fingers! Oh. Okay, that's be done now. My fingers are really sore now. Because the van's literally just behind the camera, I'm going to take a big wide angle of the van beside the church and Orion in the background, and oh yeah, then I'll retreat and call it a night. Do for tonight. Bitterly cold at the very end, but I think some of them pictures are going to look absolutely amazing. From the misty loch at the start of the night to then the nice crystal clear view of Orion over the church at the end of the night. Fantastic. It's 4:30 now, so yeah, time to call it a day and get some sleep. But yeah, what a fantastic location again. Another nice wee video. We'll see where we end up next time.